All right, let's see this.
911, what is the address of the emergency?
All right, y'all lock in.
There's some pools of blood. I'm guessing it's just an animal, but in the water right by the river, there's a shoe.
What?
Everywhere. All over the place. Did you tell anybody she went for a swim?
That scared me for a second. I thought this was a monster, bro. Did anybody tell you she went for a swim?
Who? That girl.
No. And if somebody said I said that, they're liars.
This is a case photo.
I'm outside the side of the face, and she got balled into the wall. You stupid! Call them and tell them to get the over here. You get your ass over here and bring me your change of clothes.
Right.
I'm concerned. That's
You see this shit I'm talking about? Look at this basement. This disgusting basement. Look at this. I would never walk down these steps in my life.
yeah, I don't know.
If you guys think I did something, I'm telling you right now, I didn't.
In the early morning hours of March 11th,
Okay, finally some context.
a chilling discovery is made near the Jordan River. As the investigation gets underway, police uncover a disturbing pattern of lies and deception. However, just as investigators approach...
Yo, who's this angry they need to break the whole doorknob? These began to have such anger issues. Like, rah! Like, calm down.
a critical breakthrough in solving the case.
In it, the lady definitely did it.
Bleed quite literally disappears into thin air.
Right.
As it turns out,
A whole hole in this fucking wall. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. This right here, the lady probably jumped into the door. Yo, I have to be real.
vanishing suspect isn't the only shocking reveal in this twisted crime.
Right.
But also the great lengths some would go to in order to exact revenge, including framing someone for murder.
Yo, who go run over? Yo, this is GG's.
Are you about 12678 South?
Where is this place? Does anyone know where this is? Is anyone geographical enough to know where the fuck this place is? Because which type of town? I've never seen a town that has just this lake. And this water doesn't even look clean.
Below the golf course where the bridge, there's a bridge.
Dirty ass water.
You can cross to go up to the golf course. There's like two big piles of blood.
Yo, girls be watching. I don't know why they be watching it though.
And then right along the edge of the water, there's like a red
Kid shoe in there. Yo, what size is this? Big ass feet. Is it me or this is big as gang? That has to be huge. That's huge as shit. Wait, how many centimeters? 30 centimeters. What the f? Hold on. For reference, this right here is probably like 30 centimeters. This shoe is 30 centimeters. For reference, my feet is probably like, this has to be like 25. So my... Yo.
Loaded in, but...
Big as f. Big ass feet.
As the police arrive at the scene and meticulously examine the pools of blood on the rocks, they immediately test to determine...
No, I'm 5'7". I'm 5'8" when I wear shoes.
...whether it's human blood or an animal's. Dread consumes the investigators as their worst fears materialize
Type shit, King.
their eyes.
Type shit.
The reports confirm the chilling presence of human blood. Despite their relentless pursuit, they're not able to locate anyone on the trail.
So someone died.
Them puzzled by the unknown.
Because I have to go to high school the day after.
Finally, after hours of an extensive search, they stumble upon a haunting sight on the other side of the river. A lifeless body of a young girl drifting silently, a shocking testament to the unfolding tragedy.
Yeah, it's confirmed. Female, red shirt, blue jeans, caught up in the river. It's obvious.
The young girl's body had remained submerged in the water for hours. Her face is swollen, bearing signs of severe trauma.
Yeah, it's GG's, bro. Yo, rip. Whoever did this is sick. Because, bro, being in the water for like 2 hours, she was, yo, that is bad. Expanded lungs.
Trauma with multiple fractures. A prominent injury on her forehead had left her face disfigured and unrecognizable. An autopsy would later confirm that the cause of death was multiple blunt force injuries to the child's head.
Yo.
Notably,
So when I'm beating my shit to you, stand still.
she wore a shoe that matched the one that was discovered by the jogger who'd placed the 911 call.
Wait, what?
In efforts to identify the victim, the police arranged for a press conference and share crucial information about the discovery in the hopes that someone would step forward with valuable information to aid their investigation.
Right.
A mile away, Veronica Kaspersak switches on the television to watch the news. As she listens to the announcement, her blood runs cold with a chilling realization. Could this be her daughter, Annie? 15-year-old Annie lives with her mother, Veronica Kaspersak, and stepfather, James Bratcher. On Saturday night, Veronica and James return home from their dinner date, and Annie excitedly greets them at the front door.
Listen, put this in perspective, right? My nigga, you as a father or a parent, whatever, you're just chilling. You come back from a date night and like, and I don't know how girls be watching this shit, but you come back from a date night, having fun. Oh my God, babe, that was so nice. Get a call, ring, ring, ring. Daughter was found in the river, dead. Yo, that would be, that should be so soul-wrenching, like.
To her room for a shower, while James hangs out in the kitchen. At 7:45, he notices Annie leaving the kitchen and heading towards her room.
Right.
However, at 8:40, while on a phone call with her sister, Veronica realizes that she hasn't seen or spoken with Annie since they arrived home. She decides to check Annie's bedroom, only to find it empty.
Annie, where the fuck did
she
you go?
calls out to her husband, who rushes upstairs with a note that he found in the other room.
What? I'm sorry, Mom. I made a mistake. I lied to you about a couple of things. I am sorry, but I have to leave. It's not you, it's me. By the time you read this note, I'll be on my way to California. I lied to my friends. I told them I was P. What? But I only wanted their sympathy. That's why I lied. I feel out of place here, and my only way out is to run away. Please don't try to look for me because I don't want to be found. I love you guys, but I have to go. Bye. What? What the fuck? If I was reading this shit, I would be like, my nigga, you came out of my dick. What the fuck? Of course I'm gonna look for you. Like, bro, that's crazy. Like, what do you think I'm gonna say? All right, bet. Say no more, gang. I'm gonna leave you to your own devices. Like, but what does she think the parents are gonna say? Gang, you are my fucking you are gonna stay in this damn house. Fuck wrong with you? You came out of my balls and shit. All swimming around and shit. Bro, nah, but think about it, tribe, yeah? Think about it, tribe. You get a note like this. What y'all niggas doing, bro? Cause this is crazy. Nigga got a whole freaking note.
The note declared Annie's shocking revelation that she has left for California, confessing that she'd lied to her friends about being pregnant, which...
Oh, that's what he blurred out. Why would he blur out pregnant? I don't understand.
She had indicated with a P in the letter, and she said that she could no longer bear the weight of the lie.
So then why does not tell mom, dad, I fucked up. Mom, dad, I fucked up. What the fuck we can do about it? Don't want to keep the kid. It's not obviously supported that much. I personally don't fuck with it. But if it's, I probably shouldn't say that on Twitch, but I don't fuck with type shit. But if you have to take an option, you have to take that option. If you don't have to take an option, you don't have to take the option. But like, bro, this is bro, you could have like communicated.
Hearts racing, Veronica and James immediately called the authorities to report Annie as a runaway. Soon after, Veronica reaches out to Christopher Bagshaw, Annie's boyfriend, desperately seeking any information.
Yo.
While Christopher maintains that he was unaware of Annie's plans, he did know more than he was letting on.
Of course, nigga knew. Probably told him to
After
leave.
a restless night with little sleep, as Veronica switched on the news the next morning.
So the reason why my daughter, imagine, picture this, chat. The reason why my daughter right now is running all the way to a different state is because of a nigga looking like this. Niggas hitting one of these emotes. My daughter wrote me a note saying, do not look for me. I'm leaving to California because of the nigga that did this. I'd be so livid, like. Alright. Ready? Ready? Hey, don't dodge. Don't dodge. Don't dodge. Let me just line it up. Let me line it up.
After a restless night with little sleep, as Veronica switched on the news the next morning and witnessed the unfolding announcement, it dawned on her that Annie might not have made it to California after all.
Yeah, how would she even get to California?
The uncertainty gripped her tightly, sending shivers down her spine. Veronica contacts the helpline and informs the police about her runaway daughter. She provides them with every piece of information as they carefully document each detail.
But my question is, how the hell you would weave? Niggas would not weave. Yo, you would get hit by that shit and you would eat that shit and you'd be like, God damn. But first of all, how the hell would she get to California? That's one thing we need to consider. How the fuck? Who's driving her, bro? Because to get to California, wherever she's from, it's not just a 10-minute walk down the road. Bro, that's a whole fucking journey. That's a whole run.
Just when it seems like the conversation is about to end, the police ask a crucial question. Did Annie wear braces?
Why? Why is that important?
The weight of this question hangs in the air, and Veronica sobs on the other end of the line as she whimpers, yes.
Oh my God.
When DNA match results arrive, the police are able to fully confirm the heartbreaking truth. The victim found on the trail is indeed 15-year-old Annie Kasperzak.
What the fuck happened?
With the police officially confirming Annie's untimely death, her decision to run away becomes a pivotal element for their ongoing investigation, as it could shed light on the circumstances surrounding her tragic fate.
So this has to be either a suicide when she was going, so this has to either be like she committed suicide, because clearly she just couldn't bear the weight of the fact that she was, or on her way to California, someone murdered her. It was one of the two. Because she's on there by unsupervised. Innit? How about the kid? Because she's there unsupervised. Either someone probably did whatever they did to her, left her for dead.
No, she had blunt force trauma on her forehead.
So then, I mean, someone murdered her. Yeah, someone cooked her, bro. Someone cooked her shit. So that's what I'm saying, like, bro, why, like, bro, she left? Yeah, bro, it couldn't be a suicide, bro. Because she left by herself, gang. There's someone that cooked her shit. Someone cooked her shit. I'm gonna find out. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. Who the fuck killed her?
Recognizing the significance of understanding Annie's motivations,
all right, Regis, no worries,
they
bro.
pay a visit to her grieving family and uncover her harrowing past. As it turns out, Annie's early life was marred by the harsh reality of growing up in a reportedly unhealthy household. As a result, she endured a fragmented upbringing, moving between foster homes and child services centers. However, Veronica Kasperzak, an aspiring employee at Child Services, became Annie's dedicated case manager. Over time, a deep connection formed between them, leading Veronica and her then-husband Dennis Kasperzak to adopt Annie as their own. Despite the challenges that arose from Veronica and Dennis's subsequent divorce, Annie found solace in the love and care of her parents and their new partners. Noting the teenager's family history and background, the investigators meticulously gather various items connected to Annie, such as the note she left for her parents, computers and mobile phones, and a tote brimming with papers, including her journals. While examining Annie's...
Well, I haven't written in a journal for a long time, but this is a memory I would like to remember forever. So this is just a random journal. Yeah, moment of silence for Annie, bro. This is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Mercs, on the topic of adoption, right? Can you be my papa? My nigga, I might need to get that milk. Oh, chat, would I be good, Dad? Deadass?
Uncovered something peculiar. Her profound obsession with her boyfriend, Christopher Bagshaw.
Christopher Bagshaw?
Curious to know more about Chris and Annie's relationship, investigators decide to chat with Annie's classmates. Upon being questioned about her boyfriend, they consistently mention Christopher Bagshaw's name and disclose a circulating rumor about Annie being pregnant with his child.
No way.
The same pregnancy that Annie mentioned in her note. Annie's parents informed the authorities that they were aware of Annie's relationship with Chris and had taken measures by encouraging her to use a birth control pill. Moreover, the autopsy report also confirmed that Annie was not pregnant.
She wasn't even pregnant. Yo, that is actually I don't know whether she was afraid because she thought she was pregnant, or whether she knew it was a lie, or whether she knew she wasn't pregnant the whole time. But bro.
But why was Annie spreading such rumors?
Samir, we're reacting to a case study. The documentaries that y'all niggas be watching, bro. Girls be watching for like 10 hours. This shit's interesting as fuck.
School. Veronica Kasperzak.
My birthday wish. I'm almost 15 in a month, so it's funny now time can go so slow. This is how I want my birthday to go. I want to be pregnant with whatever God gives a healthy... What? I want to be pregnant with whatever God gives. A healthy girl or boy is a nice place to live. I want me and Shani to be best buds again, and you can't imagine how she's such a good friend. I want to go to Okoria, my favorite school. Who the fuck is Shandi, and investigate her? Yo, my nigga said she wants to be pregnant. By the way, tribe, chat, listen, let me give you some context. This girl, Annie, she did pass away. She made up a pretense to take an extensive leave from school for whatever reason. This is crazy.
Shares with the investigators that she believed Annie's false story about her pregnancy reflected her desire to build a permanent family she could call her own.
Right.
A thought that was reflected in some of her journal entries.
She realized...
It seems that Chris Bagshaw may be able to
Chris Bagshaw, the fuck?
Share more information, and since he was so close to her, they initiate their line of questioning with him, hoping that he can shed some light on what may have really led Annie to run away.
Yo, investigate this nigga, bro. This nigga knows why the fuck she went away. There's no way this nigga's the boyfriend, and he's gonna act like he didn't know shit. I swear to God, bro. This is your girl, and you don't know what yo.
After acquiring a search warrant,
right?
Law enforcement officers visit his home.
Okay.
Since he's a minor, Chris's father, Darwin Leroy Bagshaw, attends the
I can't take these niggas' names seriously, bro. Niggas called Bagshaw. Bagshots. Yo, watch out, bro.
interrogation information with him. In the state of Utah, if a child is subject to a custodial interrogation for an offense, the child may not be interrogated unless they've been advised of their constitutional rights and their right to have a parent, guardian, or friendly adult present during the interrogation. The child has waived their constitutional rights. The child's parent, guardian, or friendly adult was present during the child's waiver and is given permission for the child to be interrogated. Exceptions under the Safe Harbor Clause include a minor that has misrepresented themselves as being an adult aged 18 or older, an emancipated minor, or if the police have made reasonable efforts to contact an adult or guardian and are unable to reach them within an hour of the first attempt. If the child is in the custody of the Division of Child and Family Services and a guardian ad litem has been appointed for the child's guardian ad litem has given consent to an interview of the child. In
Zenix, what do you think I'm going to say? Yes?
this never-before-seen interrogation, Chris openly discussed relationship with Annie
let's see this interrogation.
and readily shares his whereabouts on the night she ran away.
Let's see.
The following footage has been analyzed by a qualified team, including a licensed professional counselor and a licensed attorney.
Tell me the last time that you saw Annie.
Wednesday or Thursday of last.
Do you remember what time?
I don't. I know that it was after school, and she had to go home around 6.
Okay. When's the last time you spoke with her?
The night of Saturday.
Yeah, this nigga's, I'm not gonna lie. This nigga knows a lot more. Look at the way this nigga's sitting so comfortably in the chair. This nigga doesn't give a single fuck in the world. A girl died and this nigga wants to cross his leg. Do you honestly think this is a perfect time to be comfortable? This nigga right here is panicking. He knows some shit. Look. This nigga right here is panicking. He knows that I don't know if you did that, but you did something. And he knows it. So that's why he's panicking. Think about the body position, the body posture. Niggas in like this. I think the last, and you're just comfortable. Yeah, you know.
Do you remember what time that was?
Around 8.
How many times did you talk to her that night?
I talked to her twice, but she called me 4 times.
How long do you think your conversations were with her?
5 or 6 minutes.
5 or 6 minutes each, or?
Well, yeah.
What did you guys talk about?
She asked me to run away with her.
Run away?
I tried to convince her not to, and I told her that was a stupid idea, and to think about her family.
Okay.
Tell me about what kind of rumors were out there about you and Annie.
The rumors said that I got her pregnant, but I didn't.
So then who was spreading the rumors? If there was rumors about him getting her pregnant, was it her spreading her own rumors? Because someone spread the rumors. Someone needs to find out who Shandy is, bro. She said Shandy's a good friend. She said Shandy's a good friend. Exactly. He should have told the parents. Hey, Ish, basically, for context, there's a girl that's dead. A 15-year-old girl who died, who's found dead in the forest, right? I mean, in the river. What happened is that prior to her dying, or whatever, what the fuck happened, she's wrote a note to her mom and dad, because they went out on a date night. The mom and dad went on a date night. She wrote a note, right? And the mom and dad seen it from the daughter, actually left the home, saying that she's gonna leave, and she's kind of worried that she's pregnant. She's been lying the whole time, right? So then she told the mom and dad that she was going to California, just disappearing. A couple days later, they went searching off, like, where the fuck is my daughter? The police called up, found the DNA test, whoop da whoop da whoop da whoop. But the thing is with her being dead, the reason why it's weird is that it can't be a suicide. Because what was it called? Yo, guys, what did they say it was called? It was a trauma blunt force or something like that. Meaning someone literally got her or got a weapon to hit on her head. Make sure she was, like, she died.
Or when did she start telling you that she was pregnant with your baby?
She didn't start telling me. She started telling everybody else around a month after she had with LJ.
Yeah.
Annie had written about LJ in some of her journal entries.
LJ. Okay.
Though this is the first time LJ is mentioned in the questioning. He will play a crucial role in the investigation.
When did she tell you that she was pregnant?
Around a month after.
About a month after? When do you think that was? About what month?
Well, she had with LJ and
Who the fuck is LJ? And who the fuck did she fuck? Bro, when I was 15, when I was 15, I was scared to even think that. I didn't even know what that. I knew what it was, but the thought of even me doing it. Gang, when I was fucking 15, I was too busy worried about fucking anime and Naruto, my nigga. Like, bro, when I was 15, I just learned that I could smack my shit 3 times in a row in one day. That was it. And I was good off that. But my nigga, at 15, niggas is going crazy. Yo, now I'm thinking about it. When I was 15, there was some people in my school. And do you know the way people looked at them niggas? Like, niggas used to be like, what the fuck? Did you just say you fucked? And you're like 14, 15? Nowadays, it's just like, yeah, man, I went ballistics. I'm getting that play, man, in high school. All that playing, you still don't know what 2 + 2 is. That's so crazy to me.
Listen. I know you're feeling my thing.
Tell us more about how you know about her. She told me that she didn't want her family to find out that she had LJ sneak into her house, and that's it.
Yo, niggas be sneaky, bro. Niggas be slimy. This is why if my daughter comes to me and say I have a boy best friend, I'll never trust a nigga. Because niggas can really sneak into the house and your daughter, you won't know shit about it. That's how niggas are. I'm telling you, bro, that's how niggas are. So who the fuck is LJ? We need to find out who LJ is now.
Because they knew LJ was 17.
17 and 15, is he coach
She asked me if I could take blank for her, and I told her that I agreed to let her know how they did to me.
Chris appears really tense here, barely moving and gripping onto the arms of
Y'all remember, I told you, bro, look at his body posture.
his chair. He's leaning back and away from the detective.
I told you guys.
While it could be that he's just distraught about the death of his girlfriend, he appears disengaged and has a quite flat affect, while everyone responds to death differently. And this could be shock. The detective is likely concerned about him appearing detached.
How many times did you have with Annie? Once.
Yo, this is actually so crazy. Like, bro, you're not even grown. Like, 15 years. Like,
when was that? The night that we hung out at Spencer's house. And about what month or day? It was Wednesday or Thursday of last week. Wednesday or Thursday of last week? Yes.
After answering all the questions, Christopher volunteers more information to the police about an incident at Spencer's home.
Also, like when Spencer started dozing off, she had got a bloody nose, and it dripped on my shoe, and then she ran into the bathroom, and then we went into her room.
It's certainly odd that Chris is so concerned about explaining a few drops of blood on his shoe, though he might be aware of how this could look and therefore wants to make sure the police know there is an innocent explanation for it.
I didn't realize, honestly, Naraya, good fucking call out, because this shit is criminal. I'm not gonna lie. You disgusting bitch. Wow. Decreases. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, this is the type of shit them girls be having when they have white Air Forces and this shit be looking like this. This is actually disgusting. Fuck the case. You deserve to be locked up just for this. Why? Like, why would you do that?
Therefore wants to make sure the police know there is an innocent explanation for it.
Fair enough, he doesn't want to get caught.
This story is reminiscent of a guilty person making a 911 call, not so they can get help, but so they can get their alibi set up.
I want to understand that. Where were you at with your blood, you know?
Okay.
One drop now. There.
Yo, this nigga's panicking. This nigga's panicking. Chat, this nigga's panicking. This nigga's panicking. Look at him.
This is bed. The alarm clock. There's all the lamps up here. This is the closet. And Spencer was here. And he was kind of dozing off leaning this way. I was right here. And
what kind of picture is this? Like who? Hey, you know.
And he was right here.
Nigga looks like he did some shit.
I was saying, like, yes.
You and Annie were? Yeah. Okay, so on the side of it, okay. You mentioned that her nose started bleeding. How'd that happen?
I don't know. She was sitting right here, and I would look over, and it was like red, and I said, do you have a little something right here? She went like that, and leaned down, and dripped on my nose. And she said, oh crap, and ran to the bathroom.
So which side what foot would it have fallen on?
This one.
It would have fallen on your left foot?
Yes.
Okay, and would have just been one drop?
Yeah.
And then what bathroom did she go to?
When you go out the door, there's a wall, and then there's a bathroom right across from it, and there's a bedroom right here, and then there's the stairs.
Right.
And she got her bloody nose taken care of?
Yeah.
Did you notice that she bleed it going across the floor or anything?
I'm not sure. She was holding her nose like this.
So it was not.
There's something off about this nigga, bro. The way he's saying it, yeah. The way he's kind of explaining the room. I don't know. There's something weird, bro. He knows something, bro. The way he's kind of explaining everything to such a good detail. He's trying to like, what's that word? You know when you're kind of like almost guilty, but like you're trying to like Yeah, he knows too much. I don't know. He just knows too much. Yeah, he's trying to like kind of deflect the fact that he knows too much and trying to make it seem like he's innocent, but you know too much. So you're already too deep in. It's not like you can say, nah, I don't know what the fuck is going on. You already know too much.
No, she just like grabbed it so that it wouldn't trip anymore.
After taking notes on the incident, they returned to the topic of Chris's last conversation with Annie,
right,
in order to get additional details.
What else did you guys talk about besides running away on Saturday? I just tried to convince her to think about it twice.
Let's see what he said.
Think it over, and if there's something wrong with her family, then to think about everything good in her family. And I tried to convince her that it wasn't a good idea and that she should leave.
Okay, look. He's building an alibi that will turn on him. Exactly. But like at the same time, yeah, I understand his reactions and everything he's doing, because at the end of the day, this thing is only 15. I would say, my nigga, why didn't you just go to the parents yourselves and really talk to them? But being a 15-year-old, bro, you're being like, you probably just see your girlfriend and be like, yeah, this is my girlfriend, yeah, cute. You don't really know all the ins and outs of relationship. All you know, you don't really consider mental health. To you, if you have a bad day, it's a bad day. It's not really because you're fucking depressed or anything. But nowadays, obviously, kids matured a lot quicker. But being a 15-year-old, I can get it. Like, I get why you probably wouldn't tell anyone, but it's just like, fuck.
Think about her friends as well.
And what did you do after 8 o'clock? Or where were you at when you were talking to her?
My dad had left to go to the bar.
Right.
And I went to my grandma's at first.
Right.
Or what time do you think you...
Look at this nigga. What time? Yo, you did something, bro. Look at this nigga. I don't even need to eat. This nigga doesn't even need to speak.
Oh, Saturday night.
Look at him.
Imagine I probably...
No worries, Inato.
I left probably about 6 or 7.
What fire you touching?
Oh, Lazy Dog Slim.
And so did you leave right when your dad left?
No, I stayed home and I played the video game for a little while.
For how long do you think?
An hour and a half.
Was anybody else there with you?
No, it was just me.
Anybody call you while you were there? Do you remember?
No. And then afterwards, I went to my grandma's house, which is only 3 doors down.
I called you that night.
Oh, you did?
Because I told you I was going to have company.
Oh, you did? What do you mean by that?
3 doors down. And then afterwards...
While you were there, do you remember?
There's an inconsistency. Hold on. Oh, you did? There's something... Bro, there's something that these man agreed to. Oh my fucking God. These man talked about something, went with a story, with the alibi, but now there's crumbles. We seen the first crack.
No.
My nigga, you're not slick.
And then afterwards, I went to my grandma's house.
Okay, he went to his grandma's house, which is only 3 doors down.
Which is only 3 doors down.
I called you that night.
Oh, you did?
Why would the dad need to say anything you called him? Because you would have just mentioned it in the story. So either one, the dad is trying to sneak in something. He didn't support it. All he just did is agree to it. Because you know when you forget about something, when someone tells you something, they'll be like, oh wait, but remember, I called you that night. You'll be like, oh yeah, you did call me that night. So the dad didn't even need to say, look, remember what the dad said, look, just listen.
Which is only 3 doors down.
It's only 3 doors down. I called you that night. Okay.
Oh, you did?
Oh, you did? Because I told you was gonna have company. If he did call him that night, the kid would be remember and he'd be like, oh yeah, dad, you did call me that night. Because you did tell me there was gonna be company.
Have company.
Yeah.
What time
Did you ask him to stay with it?
Yeah.
What time did you call him, you think?
Oh man.
Oh man.
It was like 8 or 7.
GG.
Yeah.
7:45 to 8.
I'm not real positive on the exact time that I called.
And so when he called you, did you go right over to your grandma?
They can check the call logs. They can check the call logs, bro. Okay.
Not real positive on the exact time that I called him.
Mm-hmm.
And so when he called you, did you go right over to your grandma's?
No, I stayed home for a little bit and I played the video game because that was like in the hour and a half.
Okay.
We're talking about just last Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I left the house at 6 o'clock last Saturday. I left with a buddy named Kevin.
The police consider this line of questioning crucial as they try to determine if they can confirm Chris's location during the possible time of Annie's murder.
And so when he called you, you think 7:45, 8?
He might have fucked up, chat. Because him trying to confirm which Saturday it was, yo, he might have fucked up. He might have fucked up with that question. I'm not gonna lie. He might have fucked up. He might have just touched himself up. I'm not gonna lie. There's something, bro.
Did you go right to your, and you said you stayed home for another hour probably past that?
Like, for another 15 minutes to get my stuff ready. And I went to my grandma's.
Tell us about what happened to your grandma.
Well, I didn't stay in my grandma's for very long. I went there put my stuff there. And I asked her if I can go see her friend hang out because I didn't
Exactly.
want to stay there. She's kind of wanting no offense.
You're right, Xavier.
But I went to my friend's. I knocked on his door. He didn't answer, so I went straight back to my grandma. Got a movie, and me and my grandma watched movies.
Did you ever leave the house again?
No.
So you stayed there the whole night?
Yes.
And I got home at about 11:30, and I went by my mom's house, and he was crashed out on the chair, and I talked to her for a minute, and then I went home.
The dad keeps touching his face. The dad keeps touching his face and avoiding eye contact. And he's tense, bro. Hold up, I have an idea. The dad had planned this by killing her because he knew you can't be alone in interrogating this thing, so he's trying to kill her. Man, I don't think that. I just think that there's something that they know. Maybe someone else did it that they know has done it. I don't particularly think either one of these guys killed her, the girl, but I think someone that they know killed him. That's close. You shouldn't be.
And I told him that I was probably gonna have company come over, which they ended up not coming over, so I just went ahead and went to bed. And then he was home by 9 the next morning.
Sure. Did you talk to anybody on the phone after you got back to your grandma's?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How far would you say your friend's house is from yours to?
It's around a 25-minute walk there and back.
So like a mile or 2 miles or 15 miles or what?
Yeah, just like a mile or, yeah, somewhere around a mile.
So you were saying about 25 minutes one way and 25 minutes back?
Yeah.
Despite the corroboration of Chris's whereabouts on the night of the incident by his father, Darwin Leroy Bagshaw, and his grandmother, Wilma Fern Bach.
1, 2, 3.
The police focus their attention on two crucial details provided by Chris that demand verification. The first concerns Annie's nosebleed, which supposedly occurred at Spencer's house, resulting in her blood inadvertently staining Chris's shoe. The second piece of information relates to Annie's alleged relationship with another boyfriend named LJ.
Who the fuck is this nigga?
The police take the necessary steps to acquire a search warrant for the home of Spencer Criddle to uncover the truth.
Right.
As a close friend of Chris and Annie, Spencer can give some insight into both of these questions.
Okay.
He soon becomes a person of interest in the investigation and is subsequently brought in for questioning.
Right.
The investigators waste no time and immediately inquire about the night Annie left.
On that day, Saturday,
hold on, we're gonna find something.
you had talked about Annie coming here. I mean, Annie calling you, and you weren't here. Tell me about that. What were you doing that day?
I went to the gym with my little brother.
Okay.
Right.
With your little brother?
My older brother.
And how long were you guys at the gym?
For 2 hours.
2 hours.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a long time.
He's like, "Are you fine with going there for 2 hours?" I was like, "Chance, are you serious?" He's like, "Yeah, man." I was like, "We're not Marines."
Okay. And then, so then, what time did you get? And then is that when you checked your messages?
Yeah, I went upstairs and about like 20 minutes later, and there's like text messages and calling messages and everything.
Right.
No text messages from Annie, just like 2 missed calls, I think, from Annie, and 1 voice message.
Okay. And then, do you have your cell phone? Is that the way I got the messages?
Yeah.
Do you have it with you here?
Yeah.
Do you mind if we take a look at it?
Thing is, though, unknown number tried calling me. There's the call logs. Unknown number. Let's try finding some way to get that voice message back or anything.
Right.
An attorney will almost always advise you not to willingly hand over your phone or other devices unless the police have a warrant.
So this nigga willingly gave off his shit. Niggas need to study law. Like, niggas need to study rules and law so they make sure they're not cooked by the police, bro. Like, this is the important shit that niggas really don't consider. You think the police are on your side 9 times out of 10, but I'm not gonna lie, police just be there to catch you out. If you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, you be thinking the police are on your side. They're just there to catch you out, bro.
The gym on Saturday night.
Came home, my dad was like, "You guys hungry?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." He's like, "Want me to make you a pot pie?" I was like, "All right, I guess." After I had pot pie, well, that's actually before when my dad was making, I checked my messages. After Chance literally drained out my energy at the thing, I like fell asleep for a second on his bed. My dad's like, "Get up for the dinner." And after that, went up and got on the PS3 and just started watching Netflix.
PS3? Nigga, this is, 2024, nigga.
And playing games. I kept the phone right there, just waiting for Annie's to be called. I'm just like, come on. Wait, the next day, nothing.
Right.
Cooperation with the police yields significant revelations.
Yeah, this is
He
2024.
substantiates Chris's statement by confirming that Annie did bleed
No,
from...
this is 2023, sorry. This happened in 2012, did it?
...her nose when they were at his place. and shares some intriguing information about
The video was posted
LJ.
11 months
There
ago.
was some confusion about whether you actually
Oh yeah, it did happen in 2011. I forgot. They said at the start.
physically talked on the phone or had a chat with LJ. Did you ever?
Have a chat with LJ?
Yeah.
He just messaged me on his email. That's all.
Who the fuck is LJ?
And so
We need to find out who
email.
LJ is, bro. Because clearly LJ knows something that we don't fucking know. He's the missing piece in this puzzle.
He hacked into it.
Okay. So it was Annie's email, and then but it was from LJ.
Yes.
So how did you know it was LJ?
Because Annie the next day, well, he told me, but Annie
No
said,
worries.
this is
Hey,
LJ.
Jason.
Yeah. And I was like, LJ, why are you on, Annie? He's like, oh, I hacked into it. I was like, oh, well, that's perfect.
Yeah.
But you never had a physical, like a conversation with them about that?
No.
Okay. That was how long ago?
It was back in I think either late November or early December. It was one of those. I can't remember.
Is it out of the ordinary for you to get unknown calls? So you get them all the time?
Oh, well, sorry. I thought you said, do you usually get unknown calls? No, I don't.
Right.
So that's uncommon then.
Yeah, that's uncommon. Unless it's one of my friends that are playing a prank on me, but they haven't done that in a long time, so I don't know who that could have been. Because I can't call back. It'll be like no number. I'm like,
do you know, does your dad ever, check does he have an account on T-Mobile online for phone bills and check like that, phone records? Does he?
Yeah, he actually tried searching up my phone record, and he couldn't, I think he found it, the call. I asked him, is there any way we can get the voice message, please?
Okay.
He's like, no, it's not.
Or the text email where he talked to LJ.
Bro, all of this, bro, and it is good quality for 2012, but all of this, we don't know who this nigga LJ is, bro. Like, we're finding out that doing calls, text, and forth, emails, text, and forth. This nigga LJ, someone needs to get in contact with this nigga, bro. Sorry, random question, of course, but someone needs to get in contact with this nigga LJ.
Whatever happened to that?
Well, since that was months ago, my phone just built up in the memory, and it goes berserk. I can't, start taking pictures or anything. It says memory, so...
I'm not drinking it right now,
Apart
but
from
it's really good.
confirming LJ's involvement with Annie, Spencer informs the police that all of their circle of friends had tried to warn her to stay away from LJ, given his threats.
LJ is a bad guy. A lot of people were warning this girl to stay away from LJ. So clearly this LJ nigga was a toxic ass nigga. Like, we don't know who this nigga's blurred his face out.
As they believed he was a member of some gang. Chris's statement highlighted a similar pattern.
All right, Chris. One of the things that was coming up and everything is that in talking with LJ, when you talked with LJ, did you actually physically talk to him on the phone, or was it like through a message, or how did you talk to him?
I talked to him once.
Okay.
Actually on the phone.
Okay.
The dad said he went out with a friend, right? Yeah.
What did he say in that conversation?
That we were straight, like we were cool, and he wasn't coming anymore for me. But he did say that he was coming for somebody else, and then he hung up.
Coming for someone else, and then he hung up. What if Kevin is LJ? Yeah, Kevin actually might be LJ. Coming for someone else, then he hung up. Who the fuck? Wait. What if the person that he was coming for was Annie? Because they had some argument or some shit.
And when you talked to him on the phone, did he speak with an accent, or do you notice anything distinctive about his voice?
No, just normal.
Okay, just a normal voice. And was there a phone number for that?
No, it was withdrawn or restricted.
It said restricted on it?
The pivotal information shared by both boys thrust the police investigation forward, firmly casting LJ as the prime suspect in Annie's gruesome murder.
It was the boy.
Unfortunately, neither Spencer, Chris, nor any of Annie's other friends had ever seen LJ, which limits their ability to provide a physical description.
So no one fucking knows.
However, the investigators have deep connections and immediately mobilize their informant networks and surveillance circuits to search for a 17-year-old individual with potential gang ties and relations with anyone at Annie's school.
Right.
After a grueling week of relentless pursuits and exhaustive investigations, the investigators find themselves empty-handed. Just as the mounting pressure takes its toll on the team, one of the investigators receives a crucial phone call, providing them with their long-awaited breakthrough in the seemingly impossible search.
Oh, it's cooked.
The caller is Joanna Franklin, an individual frequently involved in alleged credit card thefts. She declares that she had actually witnessed Annie's murder and hopes to exchange the information for eliminating all charges against her illegal activities.
No way she's out here trying to bribe the fucking police and saying, I will give you information you want, as long as I am deemed innocent. There's no way she's doing this. There's no chance the police is gonna agree to this. They're gonna lock her up. This is gonna take her ass to jail.
The
So James
following
was
never
good.
before seen footage of Joanna Franklin's interview reveals her shocking claims
Facts.
of a crime. She drops a bombshell at the very beginning by revealing that she knows the elusive LJ quite well. Moreover, she introduces a new suspect to the investigation's
John?
list.
Who the fuck is
She came
John?
inside with LJ. I went to go. I couldn't hit a van, so we went to go like find my marble in my bed. And I came back out and we could hear him having in the bathroom.
Having in the bathroom?
Who?
LJ and a girl.
No way.
And I go, are you serious? And he goes, what? And I go, that's statutory rape. And he goes, you're not doing it? And I'm like, I'm not okay with that. And I started like freaking out, and then she came out and she's like, you can't do that. Like she was upset, and LJ, then they came out and they're like, sorry, and she was like, and I was like, you guys need to go.
Yo. She's just chatting shit. Bro, look at her, bro. She's just chatting shit. I was like, huh? You gotta go. Chatting shit.
And that's when I said, hey, how about my turn? She goes, what? And she started laughing, and I said, grab her face. They're gonna go out.
What?
To go. And that's when I said, hey, how about my turn?
John said, hey, what about my turn? This can't be real. Hold on.
She goes, what? And she started laughing, and I said, grab her face. They're gonna go out.
I would say 99% of the people that we've talked to said never do that over. And I'm sure you.
It wasn't over. She laughed at him in front of everybody. It wasn't over. Anybody wants to. She laughed in front of everybody, and she started laughing, and I started laughing. That's what it was. Every time I read in papers, she said no, it's because she laughed at him.
I probably laughed too.
You ask anybody. I always did. You ask anybody if you do over that, and they'll tell you, oh, yeah. A whole bunch of them. And I go, yeah, right there. He's like, I need it. I go, for what? And he's like, I just need it. And he grabs it, goes up the door, I walk outside, and he just goes, wham, outside the...
Hold on. Bro, this, yo. I feel like she's chatting shit. I don't think she's being real. Innit? Where's the other witnesses? Where's John right now? And where's LJ right now? And what's her relation and connection to LJ and John? Why does she know them so well? Are they family related? Together? The way she's saying it is just like they were all together. But how the fuck does she know him?
Side of her face. And she got balled into the wall. And I was like, so I went running on the side. And he's like, stay out of it. And so she's like, just stay out of it. And I'm like, you can't be okay with that. And she's like, let's just go in the bedroom. Like, she was shaking, I was shaking. And that was the night
Was she hurt?
Yeah.
Was she bleeding?
Mm-hmm.
From where?
From her ears and her nose and her mouth. And then
From her ears, nose, and her mouth. Died from a trauma blunt force.
he kicked her when she was on the ground. And he had him like tie her up and put her in the back of the car.
What?
And they wouldn't come in. Like, what is that girl's name?
How'd you know her?
How did I know her?
How do you know that it's our victim? How do you know that it's this girl?
I saw the picture of her
Where at?
on the news.
This girl's capping, bro. She don't know shit. I'm telling you, she don't know shit. Like, but what do you mean on the news? She's not sure. She doesn't know anything. She was probably paid to lie. She's chatting out of her ass right now. She's chatting shit. Like, I cannot believe a single word coming out of her mouth. She's chatting shit. Everything she's saying is inconsistent. We don't know how she knows John and LJ. We don't know who the fuck she is. She doesn't even know how the fuck she knew the girl Annie. She doesn't even know her name. Said Annie, what was that girl's name? She doesn't even know the name. She's chatting shit.
It was a couple of days. Like, I was told that, like, two different stories. Like, oh, we took her home. We dropped her off, she's fine. And then, like, once they started getting high, then the story changed. And that's when we're like, what the fuck?
Joanna is incredibly animated.
Yes. I'm telling you, that's what I noticed. She's very animated. She's coming off across too confident. Like she knows what she's saying, but she doesn't understand she's chatting shit.
You can see her eyebrows moving a lot as she talks, which indicates that she's seeking approval from the officers, while also making very intense eye contact. As she talks, her speech sounds pressured, meaning she's talking without many pauses.
Exactly.
This may be because she really wants to get her story out, but it's often associated with substance use and a variety of mental illnesses. It's also noteworthy that she says LJ and that girl. She doesn't say Annie's name, yet she's naming everyone else. When the officer starts asking questions, she seems to get a bit more anxious, and is rubbing her head and ears. She also rubs her nose rather awkwardly.
She took the cocaina. She was taking the cocaina, bro.
She doesn't seem scared or worried.
And I go, what did you guys do? He goes, don't worry about it, Princess, it's fine. And so that's when I kind of like started trying to pay attention. She was kind of, they walked that way. And that's when he said, how about my turn? And she laughed and I was like, no. And he grabbed her and just flung her around into the wall. Like, you know that, where I was sitting today? There was that thing behind me. That wasn't there before. And she went right into that wall. And blood was everywhere. All over the place. Like, I remember like thinking really hard. Because pictures of the boys got broken. I had to get new frames for them. And we kind of scooted back and kind of scuffed across the floor. And I was like, the scuff on there. And I remember being like, yeah, no, something happened. Something happened. Because I was all worried about it.
Welcome back, Beatrice.
And we all kind of sat there for a minute while I finished being pissed. Like, and he kind of stood up and he goes, dude. He goes, what are you doing? He goes, I don't know. He goes, laugh at me, stupid bitch. And he kicked her. And I'm like, what are you doing? And he goes, you go start. And then she came in and he goes, what the fuck happened? And he goes, your bitch laughed at me. He goes, she laughed at you? And he goes, yeah. And he goes, why she laughed at you? And he goes, I don't know. She laughed at me. And like they just kind of stared for a minute. LJ kind of went his head and he goes, I'm sorry. And I go, are you serious? And I stood up and he goes, I'm like, and he was really concerned. So I sat down for a second and I go, I need to go check on her. And he goes, no, you need to go get me some towels and a tarp out of the storage shed and shut your mouth. So I go get that. So I went and got that stuff and I walked back in there. He was sitting there and he was just pale white.
Bro, the officers are just like hitting that move like, I don't believe what she's saying. She's very good at yapping though. So either she's came up with this story prior and she's involved with the killing. Cause she's a very big suspect right now, bro.
Totally white, not moving. And I was like, what's wrong? And she goes,
Sarah, welcome back.
And I go, what? I sat next to her and I kind of moved her and she went like that. I was like, she's okay. And I kind of moved her chin a little bit and like her jaw slid, like the way it shouldn't slide. And I was like, something, I just catch her up there.
Yeah, bro, there's too much details-ish. That's right. Why the jaw, the sliding, like, bro, this just isn't like, she's telling us too many irrelevant details and it's just too much animation. Like, we're talking about a girl who died and she's like, and then, you know, your jaw kind of slided. I don't really, like, bro, she's too animated for this shit.
And my mom's trying to fight, or whatever. And then I came out and he goes, so what's the damage, doc? And I go, she needs to go to the hospital. And he goes,
what's the damage, doc? This girl is just telling us a scene of her favorite movie. That's what she's doing. What's the damage, doc?
Can't do that. And I go, to the hospital. He goes, we can't do that. And I was like, what are you going to do? He's like, call. So he called on his phone. He went in the other room. He was quiet and he started like shouting. He's like, you stupid, call them and tell them to get the fuck over here. You can.
Her story is inconsistent. Because didn't she say, when the girl first laughed at her, John smacked her head into the wall, which stayed the same, but then he told her to go into the bedroom because they were gonna do it. So then where is this new story coming from of how they're calling someone else? Bro, this
over here and bring me some change of clothes. And LJ just sat on the couch. He just sat there. Put her under the tarp.
How does she know LJ? I don't understand. How do you know LJ?
And they had him pull up.
Where was she at?
She was in the bathroom. We moved her from my by the table to the bathroom to change her clothes. I wasn't okay like getting her undressed and I don't know why.
They need to ask her more questions. But I like how the police are just letting her talk herself out because she's gonna chat shit soon. But they need to ask her more questions.
You're still at home? I don't know what else would I be. He's like, hey, I need you to help me get some things cleaned up. And I'm like, hey, I can't do this. And he goes, yes, you can. You'll be fine. He's like, I'll make it worth your while. I'm like, no, you won't. I said, I can't do this. Like, I'm not like this. And he goes, this is exactly what you're like. He's like, and you'll help me with what I need. I'm like,
yo, I've never met more of a yapping ass nigga in my fucking life. She needs to shut the fuck up and stop yapping. Oh my god, like this yap is not fooling anyone, bro. She's trying to yap her way out of this shit. Innit? She needs to ask more. They need to ask more questions. Holy shit.
He's like, so go over to Walmart or wherever if you need to go. When we open, and get some bleach. I'm like, I have bleach. He goes, you have enough of it? I go, yeah. And so I went back and got the bleach and I came out with it. I'm like, here I do it. And he had me pour it all over the wall. And I scrubbed it. And then he had me do the baseboards, and then we all over the floor. And they went in the bathroom. He's like, "You feel stuff." And I go, "Those are my kids' stuff." And he goes, "It's got blood on it."
Oh my god.
And I go, "Yeah, okay." I said, "I'll get it. Bring the doctor." And that was on Sunday morning.
You said you redressed her, right?
Mm-hmm.
You redressed her. Where'd that clothing come from?
Brought it. We'll bring it.
And what all was there?
There was like a red or a black top and some pants and some shoes.
Joanna's description of the clothes was strikingly similar to what Annie was wearing the day the investigators had discovered her body.
So she might not be
She
cop.
further informs the investigating
She might be
team that
telling
the
the truth.
person she claims was involved and LJ took the girl's body in a Suburban and went to the canyons. On their return, they declared that the girl went swimming and won't come back. With Joanna's interview, the investigating team finally find their first witness who can describe LJ's physical looks. She shares that he's shorter than her, he's Hispanic but looks white, and he's 19 years old.
Okay.
Her information proves to be a comprehensive breakthrough, ticking all the necessary boxes and providing answers to the key inquiries the police had been tirelessly pursuing.
My nigga, she yapped so much. They could have just asked her what the girl was wearing and shit like, but she's yapped.
With her eyewitness account of LJ's presence, they now had irrefutable confirmation of his involvement in Annie's murder. Moreover, the other man she was accusing and claimed to be involved, John, was a convicted felon, a self-admitted substance dealer, and a gang member. John's lengthy rap sheet further indicated his potential role in committing the dreadful crime. The investigators waste no time obtaining a search warrant for John's residence and promptly conduct a raid. As anticipated, his house exhibited clear signs of attempting to conceal a grievous offense. The walls were freshly painted, the carpet in the hallway was removed, and the entire place appeared to be undergoing remodeling.
So she wasn't cop. So she actually was telling the truth. This yapping ass nigga was actually telling the truth. Jesus.
The absence of the carpet and red stains on the doors raised significant suspicion, indicating a potential cover-up. The visuals corroborated Joanna's.
This is the door we seen in the beginning, where he smacked the thingy. So she wasn't cop. She was telling the truth.
Statement. The police promptly arrest John to interrogate him as Annie's family grapples with the confusing reality of her involvement with possible addicts and gangs.
We're not sure yet as pictures.
John
They might
goes
tell us
through
who.
intensive questioning with the police.
Let's see.
I got your picture. How do you know her?
Brittany? Is her name Brittany?
Look at her. Look at her. Look at her. Cooked, my nigga. Fucking cooked.
Did he smack Annie's face through the door?
Most likely, the way it's looking. Most likely. When I said Brittany, is it Brittany? Look at the way this thing sounds.
No, it's Annie.
But at this point, summarizing, bro. I've done summarize like 8 times already, bro. It's GG's. If you haven't seen this shit, then you're gonna need to watch the VOD or something after. Cause bro,
But you might know her,
summarize this
Brittany.
bitch is
Okay,
too
tell me
much
about
shit.
Brittany.
Brittany. She's friends with dude, did something happen to her?
Friends with who?
So this is a perfect example of a nigga with substance and drug abuse. This nigga has been taking A-class drugs.
Dude, just tell me straight up, man.
I want to know what you have to say first.
And I'll think of everything you need to know, man, because she's hella cool, dude. That's Brittany. I'm pretty sure that's Brittany. She lives with Sal.
Who's Brittany?
She stays with Sal. She's Mercedes' friend.
Mercedes' friend.
Ooh.
And dude, did something happen to her?
She ever been to your house?
Yeah, she just came to my house the other day. Did something happen to her?
On a scale of 0 being not at all and 100% positive that you know her as Brittany, where are you at?
Nigga, now I'm confused. Who the fuck is Brittany? Wait, is Brittany the girl that was yapping? This is Joanna. So who the fuck is Brittany?
8 out of 10. Yeah.
Or are you saying 80 out of 100? Either way.
Either way, it's the same thing. I'm pretty sure it's her.
10 being 100% positive, you're 8 out of 10 that it's her.
Dude, I swear to God,
Okay, hold on.
her phone number just texted me today.
I'll answer your questions in a minute.
Me.
I'll answer your questions in a minute, but you got a text from her and a call from her today or a phone?
Yeah.
When's the last time you saw her?
That day.
That Saturday?
No, just like the day before I left, she came by my house.
So when was that?
And she's been staying at Sal's house downtown.
Who's Sal?
This dude named Sal, and
Bro, no,
Sal,
guys, the girl who was yapping, that was being interviewed as yapping, her name is Joanna. So Brittany's a whole different person.
I don't know Sal's real name. I just call him Sal.
Her boyfriend's supposedly LJ.
I don't even know who.
LJ or JL. You may know her as Britt. Her real name's Annie.
Okay. Who?
You didn't see her the other day.
No, dude, I don't even know. Annie is.
Tell me about this girl being at your house last
I don't
Saturday.
even know. I think she's Brit, dude.
Okay,
She was at my house last Saturday. There's no young girls at my house, man.
No?
This nigga's cat, bro. Oh, this nigga definitely killed her, bro.
No.
Ever.
As far as I know, if they're young, dude, I send them the fuck out of there.
What if she looked older?
Well, that's just it, man. Did I do something? Am I supposedly did something to this person?
I have a concern. That's why we want to talk to you. I don't know
Well,
if you did or
if you
one
guys
other
think
person
I did something, I'm telling you right now, I didn't.
Yes.
And if you feel like I have, then I need a lawyer then. Because obviously, what I'm saying to you, you're telling me that I'm not being honest with you, whatever.
Do you need a lawyer or not, or should I continue?
Continue to, but I'm just telling you, I don't know. I think that's Brit.
But if you say you think you need a lawyer, I have to address that now. I have to respect your rights.
Yeah, I mean, but if you guys
Are
think
we
that I
okay
did
talking or not?
If you guys think I did something to her, then hell yeah, I want a lawyer.
Okay. So do you want a
Because
lawyer or
I did not do nothing to nobody.
What if I told you she's dead?
I didn't do it. What the?
Exactly. Are we here to talk, or do you want a lawyer? Because you said the word lawyer twice. I need to know.
Well, then talk, man, but don't act like I know who this girl is. I'm telling you, it's Brit, dude. It looks just like Brit.
Okay.
Brit, so this nigga is clearly taking drugs and clearly high. So we know that Brit is Annie. So he did kill her, or something. He's affiliated. He just doesn't want to mention the actual name.
And she did what though?
You don't remember
It's not.
telling
It can't
anybody
be
that
her
she went
though.
for
It
a
can't
swim?
be her. It can't be her, dude, because she just was at my house.
No, she's been dead for a week.
Then she was never at my house. I had never seen this girl before then.
What do you mean?
She's been dead for a week.
Did she tell anybody she went for a swim?
Who?
That girl.
No. And if somebody said I said that, they're liars, man. For real.
Let me ask you this. Did your wife get pissed here, it was probably just over a week ago, about some guy and girl having sex in your bed? Said that you guys don't have a damn house?
No, hold on. Nobody had my bed though.
Okay, but do you know about...
Oh my god. There's a bunch of tissue with blood. Yo, this Yapatron was not capping. These are tissues with blood. Innit? I'm not just some random nigga.
your wife getting pissed at you over one of your friends and some girl having sex in your bed?
She didn't get mad at me over that.
She didn't?
No.
Really?
Ain't nobody had in my bed but me and my wife.
Despite John's adamant denial of having any involvement in Annie's murder, or even any association with her, his prior criminal record provided enough justification for the police to keep him in custody as they gathered further evidence to support his potential involvement in the case. Yet when the DNA match reports and phone records arrive, the case takes an appalling turn that no one imagined.
What happened?
None of the blood samples found on the doors and walls of John's house match Annie's DNA. It was obvious that a crime occurred at John's residence, but there's no evidence indicating Annie's presence whatsoever.
So he wasn't capping either. What the fuck? So they found out 2 people now. So Annie died and there's another person.
Moreover, John's phone records from that night don't place him even close to the area of Annie's death. This revelation leaves the investigators utterly bewildered and shocked, prompting them to reconsider their approach.
Yeah, tell him I text.
And conduct another interview with Joanna. In a twist beyond comprehension, Joanna breaks down under intense questioning and reveals her secret. It turns out that John hadn't been lying in interrogation.
Wait, what?
He actually didn't know Annie at all.
Oh my God.
However, John had betrayed Joanna by cutting her out of a deal. In a calculated act of vengeance, she meticulously gathered information on Annie's case from the news reports and constructed a story that pinned the blame on John.
I knew she was lying, bro. I knew she was lying out of her fucking ass.
She confesses to orchestrating this elaborate plan to exact revenge and secure immunity for her crimes. It appeared John's alibi from the night of Annie's murder was actually another crime he was involved in. John and his ally ended up pleading guilty to kidnapping charges from that night.
So yeah,
but the investigation into Annie's death derailed by a year because of the misleading information. The investigators are left with no choice but to retrace their steps and meticulously sift through their vast collection of past interrogations and searches they conducted before Joanna's pivotal call. Immersed in this intensive review, they stumble upon 3 tip calls that instantly pique their curiosity. The first tip was from someone who had been driving home the night Annie was killed and saw a male on a bike leaning over the south side barrier and looking into the river. He was leaning so far over that she thought he would fall in. Another tip came from someone else who had said that he saw at 2:30 p.m. that day by the Rotary Park, a young male was saying, "Won't get caught, won't get caught," waving his arms around. He was short, with dark hair almost to his ears, a full head of hair, and was wearing a gray shirt and blue shorts. And then there had been a third tip from Christopher Bagshaw, Annie's boyfriend, because he had been receiving threats from LJ. All three tip calls pointed towards a teenager being involved in Annie's murder. Although this once again reaffirmed that LJ appeared to be a strong suspect, the police still didn't have a physical description and had yet to find him.
So this nigga killed him.
Determined to uncover crucial details, investigators focus on Annie's phone records to get evidence of her phone conversations and retrieve LJ's profile. The investigators' hunch proves correct when a disturbing pattern emerges, as they discover that Annie received multiple calls from a blocked number on the night of her murder.
No way.
The individual behind this blocked number spoke with Annie until the fatal hour leading up to her death. It was believed that this mysterious caller could possibly be LJ. Drawing upon Chris and Spencer's testimonies regarding LJ's threats towards them, the investigators promptly contact the telephone department to establish a connection between LJ and the blocked number found in Annie's phone records.
We just need to find out who this nigga LJ was. I knew this nigga killed.
Request the extraction of call data from Chris and Spencer's phones to note if they ever received or answered calls from the same suspicious number. If the numbers match, it could provide crucial evidence to solidify their suspicions in the case. But when the data arrives, the brutal and disturbing details rattle the entire investigating
Don't tell me these two niggas killed her.
team. It becomes evident that every person involved has been withholding crucial information and telling lies. The police now had to, once again, reach out to each individual they had interviewed 2 years ago. The detectives began their renewed round of interviews by arranging a meeting with Spencer Criddle and providing him with a search warrant report for his house. The report revealed the absence of any blood evidence within his house, despite his statement that he witnessed Annie's nosebleed while at home. Under intensified questioning, Spencer eventually admits that he never personally witnessed the incident, but believes it happened because Chris talked to him about it. The detectives then meet with Wilma Fern Bockley, Chris's grandmother, who becomes a key figure in the investigation. According to Chris and his family's account, he had supposedly spent the entire night of Annie's murder at his grandmother's home, starting from 7:45 p.m. However, the call records present a peculiar inconsistency that showed Wilma had called Chris multiple times, even well past midnight. However, she's uncooperative during the interrogation process and insists that Chris had returned to her house approximately 1 to 1.5 hours after leaving to meet his friend. She continues,
Why would this nigga come back at 1:30 in the morning?
to parrot similar series of events that happened that night as Chris had told them. She recalls making only one phone call to him that night and has no recollection of any additional calls or the approximate timings. However, it would soon be uncovered that she was clearly withholding crucial information.
Everyone's lying.
Additionally, Darwin Leroy Bagshaw, Chris's father, had stated that he had seen his son dozing off on the couch at his mother's home around 11:30 p.m.
Right.
However, the reliability of this claim is called into question by call records, which indicate that Chris had called his grandmother Wilma Bockley at 12:47 a.m. that night. Why would she call Chris if he was sleeping in her living room? It seemed Chris and his family were hiding something out of fear.
Fucking knew it.
Given that he'd been threatened in the past, police considered that perhaps LJ had threatened him again. As the investigators weighed on the details about the owner of the blocked number, they also asked the telephone departments to trace the precise locations of all the individuals involved. The resulting data from this search unveils a stunning revelation that turns the entire investigation on its head. As it turned out, Chris is the owner of the blocked number and had a different phone to use it. But if this was the case,
LJ is LJ is a made-up guy then. LJ has to be made up. Because, first of all, it makes sense. No one knew what he looks like. No one could describe him. No one, fucking could tell who the fuck he was. He has to be made up.
and Chris had made those calls. Where is LJ? Had they planned this elaborate lie together? Chris was the only one who could answer their questions. Investigators find out that he moved to Colorado for his sophomore year and swiftly leave for the state to interrogate him.
See?
Overwhelmed and apprehensive, Chris succumbs to the intense questioning and reveals shocking details that seem far too sinister for someone his age.
GG's.
Chris informs them that there is no LJ. As he narrates his tale of lies and deception, he confesses to the detectives that he discovered that Annie had created a fictional person named LJ to make him jealous.
Yo.
He had used the same name in Annie's story to divert their investigation.
This nigga lied.
Spencer had been protecting him as a friend, unaware that Chris had committed the heinous crime that took Annie away forever.
Chris
He
killed
had messaged
Annie?
Spencer saying, "The cops might come back to your house. I need you to tell them Annie got a bloody nose." Another said, "They took my shoes for my testing, and I need you to tell them that so I don't get blamed. I just want you to know."
This nigga got so jealous he killed her. Yo, this.
No, I'm not telling you to lie to the cops. I just know you were kind of dozing off that night. Chris's admission of guilt put several missing pieces together. During their search, the police found that Chris's bike was similar to what the tip call witness had seen. Further investigation revealed that the other witness who had seen a teenager chanting over the bridge was the same day that Chris had actually skipped school. Police also found a note in the trash can of his home in which Chris had listed out a detailed timeline of Annie's disappearance and what she was wearing that night. There could only be one reason Chris would know of such details.
Because he did it.
He had been the one to kill her.
Oh my fucking
Comments
God.
Chris posted on Facebook after Annie's death were viewed from a completely different perspective after the disturbing revelation. It turns out that the purpose of the posts wasn't to honor a beloved friend, but rather an effort to deflect any potential suspicion away from himself. The comments read as follows: "Everyone wear red tomorrow. It was her favorite color, and let's show how much we really care." And, "The world is filled with hate and no one understands the..."
Chris Bagshaw. What the fuck are you talking about? You killed a fucking... Oh my God, bro. This nigga murdered... Chat, this nigga really murdered...
The pain of losing someone they care about until it's too late and they're already gone. It's sad what had happened to Annie, and I don't know why anyone would do this to someone like her. She was...
I don't know why anyone
Watch
would
another
do this
one.
to someone like her. You don't know? The fuck?
awesome, and we all loved her very much. Even though we had
I want
times
to find
where
out. I want
we
to find out what happens to LJ. I mean, to Chris.
disliked each other, we always made up and reevaluated our friendship. She was the best. But what gave him away was Veronica, Annie's mother's phone call. On the night Annie went missing, she'd called to ask if he knew anything. Chris had answered the call minutes after he'd taken her daughter's life. The location on Chris's cell phone on that call put him next to Annie near that bridge. While Annie's family had endured 2 long years of suffering, Chris had moved on and continued his life in Colorado as though nothing had occurred.
This nigga better get long.
The police arrest him on charges of first-degree murder and obstruction of justice. But why had he killed
Over
Annie?
jealousy?
That sickening detail wouldn't be revealed until later.
Okay.
As
tell
Chris Bagshaw was 14 at the time of the crime, the state of Utah was likely to place him in a juvenile facility, allowing his release at 21. Given that he was 17 at the time of his arrest, it would result in him serving a mere 3 years in prison for the heinous offense. While investigators
3 fucking years. My nigga. Oh, you fucking lucky. You're fucking lucky, bro. You're fucking lucky. Only 3 fucking years? I don't give a fuck if you were a kid. You were smart enough to know how to kill someone, bro. Shut the fuck up, bro. Nah, that's not a W sentence, bro. That's an L sentence, bro. You're fucking lucky, bro. You should get out by the time you're a fucking adult. You should get out by the time you're fucking 30 or some shit. L fucking sentence. Nigga should come out when he's like 30.
diligently sought evidence to support trying Chris as an adult in court.
Only 3 years,
A pivotal moment
bro?
arose when they received a call from the Juvenile Detention Center. The caller, an inmate, steps forward to provide information about Chris Bagshaw, significantly bolstering the prosecution's case. This particular inmate had developed a friendship with Chris, who, in his overconfidence, revealed the chilling details of Annie's murder. Back in school, Chris had found out that Annie had been telling people she was pregnant with his baby, and he believed the claim, even though this wasn't true.
So she lied about the
She asked him to run away with her, so he suggested they meet by the bridge.
Right.
Annie snuck out that night to meet him near the Jordan River. However, Chris had planned something terrible. He attacked Annie with a shovel, hitting her face until it was disfigured. Then he put the shovel on her forehead, jumped on it, and continued until Annie stopped moving. The investigators took...
Yo, this nigga could have just asked, let's do a DNA test. Found out she was lying, break up with her, and keep it stepping. But this nigga, the idea of him being a dad, yo.
Took this information to a state medical expert who checked Annie's autopsy report and corroborated the inmate's description of the injuries on Annie's face, especially the one to her forehead. Chris had killed Annie because he believed she was pregnant with his child. Darwin Christopher Bagshaw was eventually tried as an adult and pleaded guilty to first-degree murder. He was sentenced to 15 years to life in prison and will be eligible for parole in 2034.
That's better. That's fucking
A recording captured a message from
his friends
Spencer
should get fucking cooked too for lying.
to his friends, clearly said in jest no one had any idea that Chris may have been scheming his own murderous plans
better.
at this very moment.
2034, that's way fucking better.
You know, I never wanted to do this, but sometimes you just got a point. Shoot.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Yo, man. So back off.
This is the video they did?
I never wanted to do this, but
this very moment, no one had any idea that Chris may have been scheming his own murderous plans at this very moment.
This video is the one he made?
you know, I never wanted to do this, but sometimes you just got a point. Shoot.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Yo, man. So back off.
You changing? What the crap? I'm just late.
What the fuck?